What's going on, Leo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Leo, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Cause it's a general energy weekly spread. Yeah, we're getting groovier there, Leo. I'm digging it. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Leo. So I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards from this deck, Leo, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if you are curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some other readers I like watching as well, Leo, so definitely give them a shout out. Very great group of people, so I think you would really enjoy them. So go spread the love, Leo. Let's see what your first card is. Alright, it's one of your card of your opposite signs here, Aquarius, is the fifth card of Aquarius, which is the Pillory card. And with this card, this is a card of open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shutdown, caught, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, censure, serving time, and vulnerable. And it's interesting, Leo, the energies that are sticking out to me on this one are the humiliation and the public ridicule and mockery. And it almost feels like that whenever this Pillory card comes out, you know, this one gives me just kind of being mindful of how we're carrying ourselves in public, you know, or just how we carry ourselves in general, you know, like just being mindful of, because it's not that it's not being who you are, Leo, but I feel like it's like when we get to a level where we may, like, for example, let's say if we get into like an argument or something, let's say someone gets it like a jab, gets it in a jab, and you're in this place where you're trying to stay above, you know, you're trying to stay in a higher vibration, but you figure, well, since they're going to take it there anyway, why don't you go there with them, but take it bigger? You know what I mean? Because Leo energy, because listen, I got a lot of Leo in my chart, so I get it. Leo energy I feel like when challenged, really gets to this place of where I feel like if you're going to do it, the reaction can be big. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one of those things that is just like, we don't want a scene, but we don't mind. It's the kind of energies that I'm kind of getting here, Leo, and that sort of makes sense. I feel with Venus is gonna be in your sign for up until October. You know, there could be potentially a lot of like relationship things come up, whether this be with love, this could be with families, friends, maybe even business. The Empress is in some, she's feeling herself, you know, and I feel that the public ridicule and mockery is just a sense of that. Because it's just like how, you know, Leos get the generalization of being like, you know, having like big egos. It's that sort of thing. I feel like it's watching how... It's very interesting, Leo, because again, it's not saying that you're not being yourself, but I feel like that there's an energy here, I feel like, of rising above. Like if you find yourself maybe at odds with someone or something along those lines, let's maybe try to see if we can get into this place. Maybe you know this person's trying to poke your buttons or something, trying to get a rise out of you or something along those lines. I feel like we can keep this thing, we can make a big display, but maybe keep it like in a private place, you know, like something along those lines. Maybe it's just like, you know, this is how about let's say this is a work thing, for example. It's just like, you know what, during working hours, we're doing work. But if we want to talk after hours and kind of hash this thing out. I feel like we're doing this peacefully, Leo. But it's like if you want to hash things out, discuss any kind of problems we have, let's do it. All ears, all for growth, all for welcoming growth and higher vibrations. I see you, Leo, and that's how we do it. But let's get some tarot cards on this. Thank you. All right, Leo, let's see what we got here. Speaking of Aquarius. Oh, interesting, Leo. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups upright here. And then we have the Star card and the Two of Swords in reverse. And so, Leo, I feel like with this Devil, Nine of Cups energy being here, I feel like this something to think, so maybe some things to either think about, or just, if we find ourselves in this, if we find ourselves in this situation, something to maybe consider, or if we find ourselves in situations and like this in the future. Just being aware of how maybe, because this gives me that, it's like, it feels like that maybe someone's either trying to push your buttons, or maybe this is a situation that we find ourselves in constantly that just kind of disrupts our energy. Something like that, Leo. There's a question of like because the Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, is more than just your finances. This could be a thing where maybe we find that gambling, maybe that's something that's kind of messing with our energies. We know we're going to feel. It's like, once we get to that one win, we're going to get it. But it's just like, how much is it going to cost to get to this place here? And I feel like there's something that's where, because it's interesting that you have the Devil here and then the Star. And I feel like the Star is being in reverse because maybe for some of us there might have been a Tower moment that happened in between here, but it's something that we're choosing to not really acknowledge, or there's something that maybe we're missing like a lesson or something in here along those lines. There's some kind of growth, I feel like, or some kind of healing that's trying to happen here. If we find ourselves, because maybe this could be for another thing. Maybe this could be, for example, like because Devil, like, she's got a little tail of grapes there. Maybe this could be like a drinking thing. She got a big old vessel, and maybe we're a type, we're the party animals getting down, and Leo, you're fun energy, you're life of the party. But sometimes, there can be those moments where you tend to go a little overboard, and then next thing you know, we're maybe doing some crazy dance moves on the table, and and you see where the story is going, Leo. But I do feel like that these energies here, that if you've noticed that something has been maybe even just, just like kind of messing up your flow, or just like it's getting you in the way of getting you to that next level. You start really vibing, you start really working on these things, and then it's like Devil moment pops up, just like, hey, Leo, you've been working, you still good on this stuff. But if something's messing with your flow, I feel like pay attention to those signs, Leo. Try to see what that is, because I feel that's maybe higher self trying to get you to make some decisions here, just as far as like, because we're in a time, with Saturn being retrograde in Pisces right now, Neptune is retrograde, but Pluto, and also Pluto being retrograde in Capricorn right now, Devil. We're thinking of a lot of the stuff that we're letting go, that are no longer holding us back. The Eight of Cups has been going around quite a bit, and I feel like that the energies are really asking us to pay attention to those things. And this, Leo, this is not something I feel like that you gotta have this. If you don't get this thing figured out right now, you're behind, you're missing out on abundance. It's more so just like when we get eyes on this thing, it's okay, I feel like, every now and again, even when we're working on our growth, we slip up from time to time. It's human. We get caught up in a decision, and then, we tap out from our intuition for just a hot second, just like, oh, well, higher self, I got this. And higher self has always got you. But sometimes I feel like it's like when we really get in like free will mode, it's just like, I was like, all right, you want the wheel, let's do it. Let's see what you got. Training wheels are off. So it just feels like something to just pay attention to, Leo, before maybe things tend to get out of hand, and then it gets a little trickier, to get to through this energy here. And that's something too, Leo. This kind of energy, maybe why this is coming up right now, and it's only going to be for a couple more weeks until we get into your birthday season. But your ruler's in Cancer, until the 22nd, and that's a very emotional time for you, Leo. This is a time for you to acknowledge the areas that you need some healing. Maybe if we're not feeling any sort of like emotional balance, any sort of areas that we're just feeling it's no lack of security in general. But really, we're in a very emotional energy right now. Getting that kind of finding that type of stability, and then couple that with this, we're in a really we're in a rich kind of energy right now, Leo, with all this retrograde stuff that's starting to pick up here. And Cancer's a very intuitive energy, so yours is all on a lot of ways you can work with this energy, Leo, and really kind of unlock some. If we put in this work to get strengthened from these devil moments, because they're not meant to keep you down. There is where he, devil has a very unorthodox way of promoting growth. It is growth at the end of the day. And Capricorn, they're the achievers of the zodiac. This is helping you, setting you up for success, getting future you, Aquarius, because they think about the future, towards that higher vibration, towards that King of Pentacle energy. Let's see how it's your King of Pentacles here, Leo. Ha! I'm with it. Thank you, Higher Self. And look at that, Higher Self's with it too, because you got one of your cards. 7th card of Leo, which is the Declaration card. Looks you were claiming your power back. And I like that, because it's a card of defiance, reclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, resolve, expressing truth, manifesto, self-rule, liberty or death, rules of the game, protesting and challenging the status quo. And Leo, the big energy here is definitely reclaiming your power if this is something that's been resonating with you. Or maybe some of us feel that we've been even under, this could be something too. Excuse me. Let's get some tea, Leo. This could be something where maybe some of us might be under maybe like an oppressive boss, or maybe even like some kind of like authority figure that seems to just kind of keep your energy down. Is not really trying to help promote any sort of growth or anything along those lines. This could be maybe even thinking about, putting some resumes out there. This is not me telling you to quit your job, Leo, but just this is an energy, I feel like we're in a time of really getting that self-security, really getting into that 9 of Cups energy and asking ourselves, what do we want? What would make us feel in our highest vibration? And then how do we take action towards that thing? But I do feel like, especially if we were resonating sort of in that kind of public ridicule type of this sort of maybe vices and things along those lines. I feel like, sometimes with the 9 of Cups, we can get to this place of, wanting to feel good all the time. You know what I mean? And it almost feels like with this 2 of Swords here, 9 of Cups, that sometimes maybe, Leo, there may be energies. Because listen, yours is a sign of, when you do it big. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you feel a lot, And I feel like that is something that sometimes we want to keep that warmth, that sunshine all the time, that we can get into this place of devil territory, or, like 7 of Cups, hanged man situation, stuff like that, where, we're channeling our energies. It's almost like, it's like your heart's in the right place, but it's like how we're channeling it may not be the most conducive way for growth here, Leo. So, I feel like you are in a great energy, really, of getting that sovereignty back, of getting yourself back, get back. And just if we've noticed, again, if things have been just out of balance or something, great energy for you to get back on track here. And Mars is getting ready to move out of your sign and get ready to get into Virgo. So we're all about to get into this energy. King of Pentacles, that's one of Virgo's cards. We're all about to get into these energies of getting to work. You know, really, Mars and Virgo is very efficient energy. And Virgo deals with, you know, especially this is some kind of some sort of addiction or something. This could be where, you know, we work on that stuff. Virgo is associated with the sixth house, which deals with our health, our routines, our day-to-day jobs, things along those lines. So evaluating all those places, Leo, see where the energy is being sapped from, where, you know, it's got you disconnected from source, and then let's see if we can find some ways to adjust that here. Well, let's get some tarot, get some more details on this. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what's up, girl? So we have, I love it. So you have the Empress, the Judgment card. Well, so, sorry, we got the Empress, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles up right here. And then we have the Judgment and the Ten of Wands in reverse. And so, Leo, I feel like with the Nine of Swords here, even with this Nine of Swords Judgment card, here's Pluto. If we have been in a place of something that's, if you've been really stuck in your head about something, as far as like, if you've noticed something that has been bothering you, that or has been, I'm not sure, it's like, it's either like, it's like depleting our energy, or because Ten of Wands is an interesting card. You know, I feel like it's, Ten of Wands can be a card of, you know, of burdens and things, but I feel that there are burdens that really weigh us down, and then there's that pressure that life puts on us to grow when we're putting in work that get us to this Empress state. And I feel like that maybe some of us feel that taking this kind of like pillory route here, you know, more so of the kind of escapism and type of energies. It's like, we're sure we may be getting that short-term relief, but is that really working for you long-term? You know, is that really getting you to growth, you know, getting to that rebirth, Empress energy? Or do we want to, you know, put in a little bit harder work, but get into this place where we're feeling good, feeling stable, feeling like an Empress, you know, feeling transformed? I feel like it's a matter of perspective. I feel with this Mars and Gemini, you know, the Nine of Swords. But I will say, Leo, again, we are in an energy of, you know, paying attention to these things. And remember, this is for everyone. You know, we're in an energy of just like of really big transformation. You know, really kind of going through this sort of like a spiritual surge. You know, we're all getting ready to do like a level up here over these next few years. You know, we're a lot of changes all around here, and it's gonna take a lot of work. But look how you're gonna be sitting relaxed and comfortable once we get done with all this thing, Leo, and you're gonna feel so much better after this too. And this could be something where maybe some of us like take a break, you know, especially if you've been kind of stuck in your head. Maybe the energies have been just kind of, you maybe been feeling a little just, you know, maybe a little hot, little repressed. I'm not sure what that is, Leo, but this could be time to do some stuff for yourself here. You know, maybe if we can take like some day off, or take some PTO, or however your schedule can work out, but just carving out some Empress time, you know, whatever that's looking like, getting out in nature, you know, maybe taking a bath, you know, or I don't know, maybe do some journaling, you know, maybe write some poetry, whatever, however the spirit moves you, Leo, but be thinking about that. Let me move more in this Ten of Wands, Leo. what we got here, Leo. Oh, all right, Leo. Here's you. And interesting. So you got, you got the Tower, you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, and then we got you, the Strength card upright. And so with this Tower, Leo, I like this. Because when the Tower's in reverse, I feel like this is an energy that's asking you to take charge. You know, I feel like you're in a place still of where we can keep this Tower moment kind of in-house, you know, where it feels different than, you know, like something happening to you. This is something where, you know, where like feels like that the universe kind of throwing you a curveball. This feels like, you know, the energies of you initiating change. If you notice that you've been giving your energies to something, you haven't been getting the same type of return back that you've had in the past, that has been affecting your strength, been affecting this flow, then this energy is reclaiming your power. You know, Venus in Leo. This is a great energy for that, building that self-esteem, that self-confidence, you know, this all of that. Really great for energy of self, you know, and I don't feel like and don't, you know, I hope you don't take that as like as a selfish per se, but absolutely, if you've been kind of neglecting yourself, be selfish, Leo. Do some things for you, you know, treat yourself. Look at you, look how nice, look how relaxed you look. how happy you're looking. You and Bay here. I don't know, Leo. But here's the thing. I do feel like that it is going to be something where maybe we've just been kind of waiting for, maybe we have been waiting for life to just kind of, I'm not sure, Leo. It's like we're waiting for that like kick in the pants, or I'm not sure, but I feel like if we wait on this thing, it's just gonna, you know, you got a lot of energies of change, you know, with the Tower, and consider too, Mars and Pluto. Pluto's the higher octave of Mars, so I really feel like this can be like a major kind of level up for you here. You can unlock a new side of you, Leo. You know, really kind of get to come to know yourself a lot more than you already do. All right, Leo. I like that. That's what's good. Let's put you in the, put you front and center here. And I always like that too when Venus, the Empress, and Mars, the Tower, come out. Because this is, you know, Mars being that masculine energy comes through. It's almost like kind of like how makes me think of like of the Lovers sometimes. You know how they'll have the masculine energy that has like the tree burning, and then they'll have the feminine energy where it's growing. And I like that because it's like this gives you a chance to just clear the things out that are no longer working, you know, essentially destroy that foundation that maybe this habit or thing that we've gotten maybe kind of rooted in, and then come in with the Empress, you know, with that compassion, that love, that bringer of balance, you know, and bring some beauty and re-sow these, you know, plant some new seeds and really look at you in your pimp suit. Get into this like just really rooted energy here, Leo. But all right, let's get your last card here. Thank you. All right, Leo. Nice. Look at you getting your balance back. I'm with it. You got the fourth card of Libras here. One of the signs, the Venus rules, is a yoga card. Let's do some yoga here, Leo, because this is a card of contemplation, deep breath, centered, go within, steady, balanced, relax, take a breath, inner child healing, meditate, time alone. I love this card. This gets you such in a zen place. Balance chakra, reflection, wellness, and rest. I hope you feel calm already there, Lee. I hope that just got you, brought your Zen place up, or brought your Zen points up 10 points. Let's move on. Because with this card, I do feel like that this is really a great energy for you, Leo, to just kind of go within. Again, to find these areas that maybe we feel that, because, and I like that too, how we were just talking about how your tower was missing earlier. And I like that. And I feel like this is going to be the time, Leo. I like that. So this can really be the time, Leo. Now that we got this tower here, we've gotten eyes on the vice, we've seen how we can take control and what healing we need to get done on this thing, you know. I really feel like, you know, carving out some alone time for yourself, you know, however this is. Maybe we're doing some inner child healing. Maybe we're just getting an idea of, or in the practice of some more meditation, or maybe doing some breath work, or however this is looking, Leo. However you go about reflection. Maybe you like to go fishing and just kind of sit by the, but I do feel like this is a great energy for you to, take care of the body, take care of you, mind, body, spirit, do some yoga, and then, yeah, do some, maybe, I don't know, Leo. Just bringing more calm and zen, very kind of Queen of Cups energy. There's a Queen of Cups in the Thoth deck that I just got to use using the, was it the last go around, either the last one or the previous one or the one before that one. But her zone, her area is very much like the Empress, where it's like it's very chill, very calm, very relaxed. And if you don't have a space like that, Leo, even your space, like, see if we can create something like that. Get yourself treat yourself. While Venus is in Leo, and you don't have to do that, just until the energy's gone. We can still absolutely take care of yourself afterwards, but it just feels like more so just like doing some nice things for yourself too. And I don't feel like it's got to be anything super expensive or something. Nothing that's got to break the bank, but just something that does get you just feeling your energy, just getting that sun shining bright again. And I like that, Leo. Let's get some tarot on this. Alright, last little bit, Leo. here's Taurus. I love it. Okay, Leo, last little bit here. So you have the Magician in reverse here. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, and then the Two of Wands upright. And let's switch back over here, Leo. Because with this energy, you're in a place, especially with you popping up here. It's a strong way, Leo. You're in a place, because I love that you came out with your card too. You're in a place of, I feel like, where you can choose where you want to channel your energies. Really think about how you've been investing in your journey so far. And if we don't like the crop that's kind of taken root, maybe we got some weeds that have kind of overgrown and we need to just kind of tend to this internal garden here, Leo. I feel like this is a time of, especially if anything that's been resonating with you like that, treating yourself with some, just that self-love. And I feel like, too, maybe for some, just with the Seven of Wands being here, if we've noticed that maybe people have been saying that we're acting out of character, and I feel like that when it's coming from a place of concern, I feel like not of criticism. If we've been maybe kind of like lashing out or something along those lines, Leo, it's I feel like it's paying attention to just like how people may be coming, just like if it's coming from like a place of more so kind of like caring, like, hey, Leo, is everything okay? Just kind of been noticing, where he was looking real great on that dancing on that bar top the other day, but we don't dance on bar tops. What's that? We need a dish, But if it's another thing, if it's like an attack, just like Leo, it's interesting, I feel like that there's an energy here really of just kind of finding that zen place. Maybe if you've been again kind of thrown out of whack or something along those lines, if the manifestation, if it's like if the thoughts even haven't been, it feels like that the flow hasn't been right, like they maybe been just kind of off your game or something along those lines, Leo. Just kind of pay attention to that stuff, see what areas may be, because the Magician, he's got the wand, the cup, the sword, and the pentacle. He's learning to manifest. If we're just noticing just some kind of like a shortage or something that's not, I'm not sure, that's not clicking or something along those lines. Just really getting eyes on something here, Leo, and just being mindful of how it's just affecting your garden, affecting your growth, and because I feel like it's. Because let's say this is something we've been working on for, time and time again, may have fell off the bandwagon again. It's fine, Leo. It's it only, and even, it's when we do, or if we do, it's just getting back up on that horse, treating yourself with some compassion, and then figuring out how do we adjust from there. You okay? I got eyes on. Look at that. Because you just grew from that. You got eyes on something new. Because that's what the devil wants to. I wish he'd just tell you. But the devil just, he likes to, again, likes to poke the bear. Just sort of like, I know, okay, so you do you like, you okay, you don't mind that? Well, let's try this. And you learn a lot about yourself, Leo. And then you learn to start cooking up a little bit easier in this world. And it gets, I don't know, energy, or I don't know, energy. I don't know, Leo. It feels like you're about to get into a really kind of intuitive energy here. Really kind of understanding. Just kind of pay attention to that, Leo, because you really are. What you can manifest, what you create is something is really brilliant. So we just want to be mindful of how that energy is being channeled. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, if you like that, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Leo, because we all could need to take a deep breath every now and again, just kind of get back centered. It happens from time to time, but yeah, share this, Leo. And then if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button, you get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group that posts like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And definitely as the group grows, I can schedule different meditation groups, like maybe self-care with the Empress, getting over vices with the devil, something along those lines. You got quite a bit of major arcana that I'm sitting here, or now I'm kind of looking at this, Leo. So again, man, very in tune. Higher self is cooking up something for you, but I feel like there's an action that's needed to be taken here. But definitely check that out, Leo. I'm about to get back to your reading. And then lastly, I don't think you got any Cancer cards here. Well, not that you need one. But if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Jared and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping, down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Leo. And this is what happens. Because I like this. You got the Nine of Pentacles here. And this is what we do. Even if we happen to fall back off that horse. You figure out what ways we can grow again. Because this Nine of Pentacles, this is working towards your Empress energy. You was already the Empress before this, before the end of this reading here, Leo. So now it's really putting in that work, just being mindful of the investment, how we've been, what energies we've made a routine, is this really what our heart desires? Because you rule over the heart, Leo, being that's one of the things you're associated with. So let me get your Oracle card here. Absolutely. And then you got the Maintain card here, Leo. And I feel like that it's just getting in that practice of once you get whatever this improvement routine started, it's maintaining that, keeping that routine, that Virgo energy, this Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. Keeping that energy consistent, maintaining that, and when we notice that an area is starting to get a little neglected, pay attention to that. Give it some eyes. Otherwise, otherwise, good old devil always comes a knocking. He's bringing towers, and he really is a good guy. He just, Capricorns do a lot sometimes. I'm kidding, but I think I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. So you stay safe out there. With this pillory, just kind of watch what we're, just kind of be mindful, Leo, just how we're, just going over the top. Because with how much Leo I have in my chart, I know what that looks like. And you raise your vibration through the roof. Meditation-wise. Let's raise our vibration through the roof. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.